Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the ccmakes knitting channel, knitting podcast. My name is Karina, otherwise known as Cece, obviously. Today is the 11th. Yes, tomorrow is my dad's birthday. The 11th Wednesday of August. Can you believe it is already August? Like, it's already almost the middle of August. I can't even. I'm so not ready for school to start. Okay, anyways, welcome to my show and tell. Primarily a knitting podcasts. Sometimes there's some crochet happening. Once in a while I get the urge to pick up a crochet hook, but I have nothing to show this time. Let's see, today is a very hot and sunny day in coastal Southwest Washington, where I live with my husband, who is never home, and my two daughters, Emma, who is 13, and Brooklyn, who is 8. I am saying all of this now because I've noticed a big jump in subscribers, so I figured I would do a smidgen of an introduction there. I have an older daughter as well. She is married and she lives like 5 hours south of me in Oregon with my little grandbaby. Here's his pictures. I got to spend last week and the weekend with him, so it was fun. I miss him. I can't wait to see him again, as well as Taryn. That's her name. That's my daughter's name, in case I didn't mention that. I'm all over the place. Bear with me. My hair is making me hot. It is hot in here. If you hear background noise, my dishwasher is going. The fans are going. Kids are in their rooms, but I'm sure they'll pop in and out eventually. No AC here, so it is pretty toasty. I don't know why I'm wearing this sweatshirt, but I am. It's already been a day, so let's see if I can remember to talk about everything that I wanted to talk about. I will leave all of the links to where you can find me down in the description box, as I've done the last few episodes. I just feel like that's easier than going through my Instagram, my Ravelry. I do have Facebook now, so I'll put that there too. For those of you that don't have Instagram, you can find me on Facebook too. So follow along there for yarn. I'm not great on social media. For those of you that know me, have watched previous episodes, you know that I am not great on social media, but I try. So I did make a Facebook. There's also a coupon code for podcast viewers, just podcast viewers, I guess. So you can use that when you check out on Etsy, in the Etsy shop. It's CC Makes Podcast. So take advantage of that. There is a couple new yarns in there. I can't remember all of them, but go check it out if you're interested. I have not been dyeing a whole lot. I did do some dyeing this week. I'm just kind of using up leftover dye that I have for my regular colors, but then I'm going to start putting in some fall colors. Hopefully, probably not this weekend, probably next week. So yeah, everything will be down in the description box, where you can find me, all that good stuff. Follow along there on social media, on Ravelry, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. I did want to mention on YouTube, that's my bird. In the comments, I noticed a couple of the comments that I've gotten have disappeared before I could reply to them. The one that I noticed was just on the last episode, but I don't know what happened. I don't know why it's doing that. It's happened a couple of times now. But I forget her name, had asked me, where's my note? About how I hold, if I knit continental, or how I hold my yarn and all that. It varies. I go back and forth. Sometimes I'll throw the yarn with my right hand, and sometimes I'll hold it continental. And that's kind of, I do that because my thumbs hurt so often from knitting. It's just right here, it's just super stiff. So, and it has been lately because these last 2 days I've just been knitting, so my thumbs are very, very stiff. But yeah, I wanted to mention that some of the comments disappear and I don't know how to get them back, or if I can get them back. So I was kind of bummed about that, but I have some finished objects. Kind of. I have one complete finished object and one that is done, but the ends are not woven in and it needs to be blocked. And then some works in progress. The last episode. Was it the last episode? Maybe it was the one before. I showed the kimono that I knit for Taryn. I finally was able to give that to her, and I blocked it and everything, wove in the ends and let her try it on while she was here visiting. So I gave that to her. Here's the photos. We did a little impromptu photo shoot out in the backyard. So there it is, fits her perfectly now. I had mentioned that I wasn't gonna aggressively block it. I was just gonna spray it and like lay it out to dry in the sunroom. I didn't do that. I went ahead and soaked it, and I didn't aggressively block it. I just kind of mushed it around a little bit, and I lengthened the sleeve part of the kimono so it kind of hit her, like, well, as you can see, it hit where she wanted it to hit. So she had tried it on when it was not blocked and the ends were still hanging, and she just felt like the sleeves needed to be a tad bit longer. So I went ahead and soaked it, put it in the sunroom, and it fit her perfectly. And now it lives with her. So that was one of the things that I wanted to mention. My finished objects are kind of scattered all around here. I have a mess here. I do have notes, but they're in no particular order. I was supposed to record last week, but Taryn was here. It just didn't happen. And then this weekend, I think I have more family coming here to see us and see other families. So it's busy. Really ready for a break and not have any company. And not that I don't enjoy it, but I'm ready for just no company, not having to wash bedding, and just leave all my knitting stuff out. As you can see, there's a mess right there. Anyway, rambling complete. Probably not, but so moving right along. I'm talking for 8 minutes and I've not shown anything except for Taryn's kimono. Also, that was the Walkiria kimono. I probably didn't mention that, but I've talked about it plenty in the past episodes. It's on my Instagram now, all that good stuff. So there is that. So let's go into finished objects. I have a pair of complete vanilla socks. These are just vanilla socks. The only difference that I did do with these is I made them longer. This is Twisted Ambitions yarn. It's in a sock set that I got from him, a rainbow graffiti, and it came with that pop of green, neon green mini for the contrast. So I didn't do the cuffs. I don't like to do the cuffs in a contrast color that often, just because I feel like if I'm wearing boots or something, I feel like, I don't know, a little too colorful for me. So I like to do just the cuff in the main color. 64 stitch cast on, twisted rib. But I wanted to mention, I was watching Chevy Rell Stuff podcast. She was talking about doing a twisted rib and how she does half of it. And I noticed that I'm doing the same thing. I am twisting the knit stitches, but I'm not twisting the purl stitches. And I think that is why, I was showing you the seam, but I think that's why it's not as tight as it would be if I was, twisting both the purl and the knits. But I've done that on all of my projects so far. So I only twist the knitted stitches. I don't know if that's bad or good or what, but that's what I do. And I noticed on her podcast, she talked about that. She had done that and how she had comments that everybody else does that too. So, I mean, it looks fine. I still like the way that it looks. Like the twisted stitches just feel a lot cleaner to me than regular knit and purls. So I just go with that for my socks. It fits perfectly on my calf. This one actually hits up on my calf. I have very short legs. So yeah, fits perfectly. What else? Slip stitch, heel flap and gusset. Yeah, that's it. So finished object number 1. The next finished object that I have is not blocked and the ends are not woven in. This is the Flax sweater by Tin Can Knits. and I followed it to the pattern, except I didn't do the garter stitch panel down the sleeves, which I never do. I just don't do that. And I did the twisted rib thing again, but half twisted rib, I guess. And then I duplicate stitched hearts, and I did the front and the back. This one's bothering me though. I might take this one out because the ends are still, and move it, and move this one. Like, I might move this one up here and this one up just a smidge so that they're a little more, I don't know, I might not. This is for my niece, my youngest niece. Her birthday is at the end of the month, and it's not gonna get to her in time because I procrastinated way too long. So I'm just gonna send it when it's done. This is my hand-dyed yarn. It's DK weight. These duplicate hearts are mini skeins from Mace of Skeins in her Valentine colorway candy hearts. Don't think you can get that anymore. Maybe when Valentine's rolls around again, but super soft. You can double the strands when you duplicate stitch, and it makes it a little more fuller. I could have done that, but I was just really over it. I was just really over duplicate stitching. It's fun to do and everything. I was just tired of it. So added what I thought was enough on here. So they're scattered throughout the sweater, and I'm super happy with it. I think she'll like it. I'm gonna block it a little bit so that it stretches out just a smidge more. I didn't alternate skeins or anything. It's just plain tonal purple. Plain tonal purple. Didn't need to alternate at all, so that was just nice. It was a quick knit. Flax is one of my go-tos for kids sweaters. You can just, I didn't do short rows so that it can flip it around, put it on, and it'll still be fine. I followed the pattern like I said, but I didn't do the sleeve garter panel. I also didn't use worsted weight yarn. I used DK weight yarn, and I don't remember what size needles I used, but it's in my Ravelry page. I did the size 8 to 10, I want to say, and it fits, like, it measures. I did the size 8 to 10, but I used the measurements from the 4 to 6 size. Pretty sure that's what I did. It's all in my Ravelry page. It's all in my Ravelry page. If you were interested, you can swap it out. I don't gauge swatch ever, so I don't know if it was going. That's my ice maker. It is just loud here. I'm sorry, I apologize. That is what I did. Here's all my lovely little ends, and yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. Finished object number 2, kind of finished object. It's not complete just yet, but it's okay. Works in progress, I have 4, mainly 3. I just started another one to go with my my niece's sweater. This is also using, oh, I'm dropping stitches. This is also using Twisted Ambitions yarn. What's the colorway? Something berry. I'll link it below. I think it's like triple berry, twisted berry, triple berry. I can't remember. I've shown it. I talked about it last time. Here it is caked up. It's super pretty. And I just started. This is going to be a hat. It's a paid for pattern. It's called the Grow With Me Ear Flap Hat by Elena. I'm just gonna show it because I'm gonna butcher it. I don't pronounce names. It'll be linked below. And it's got like a fun textured pattern. So I'm doing that. I just started one ear flap, so it's gonna look a little wonky. But the stitch, my stitch markers, see that? Look how cool that looks. It is kind of like a fishbone-y kind of thing. I don't know how well you're gonna be seeing that because I'm not using a fancy camera. It's just my phone again. But it's got that, I don't know what it's called. Fun textured pattern. Yeah, it's DK weight. DK weight, again, didn't gauge swatch, but it's a hat. I mean, it'll be fine. So I think it's cute. I think she'll fit it, wear it, like it, whatever. I don't know if I'll do a pom-pom. I haven't been doing a pom-pom for them, so we'll see. But I'm gonna try to finish this one this week and get these gifts out to them in the mail. I still have to go get them some actual like fun toys, because I mean, who just wants knitted gifts for their birthday? I mean, I would, but I'm not 3, so yeah. And I have that living in this bag with choking with my other work in progress, which is in the middle of a row, of course. I was originally going to use this color for her hat, but I got that yarn from Twisted Ambitions, so this is becoming socks. Now this has cashmere in it. I've never knit socks with cashmere, so we'll see how this works. Like I said, I'm in the middle of a row, but look how cool that knits up. It's just vanilla, twisted rib, 64 stitch, and I'm knitting this throwing the yarn, so my tension is a lot tighter, and it's just tighter, and look at how even my stitches are when I do that, but it really hurts my hands. So I just started this. I haven't even put in my stitch markers so I can count my rows. I'm probably gonna do 80 rows again, so I can use up a good portion of the skein. I can't remember how many yards are in it, but I'm assuming it's like 400 or something. So I want to do 80 on the leg, and I think I do 55 on my foot with a heel flap and gusset. So that is kind of what my go-to has been, because I've been trying to use up a lot of the yarn so I don't have large piles of minis lying around. But I mean, it's okay. I started this just because I wanted to knit on something while Taryn was here that I didn't need to focus on or concentrate on. It was just a mindless knit. Like, we watched Cruella one night, so I was able to just, you know, not pay attention and just knit away. When I knit continental, I noticed that I have to look at my work when I'm knitting. When I knit throwing the yarn, I don't have to look at it, so it worked out for TV knitting. I don't know if does anybody else do that. Like, I thought that was weird. It just came to me. But next work in progress is my bonefish sweater, my bonefish pullover. I don't have my pattern. I don't have my pattern here. I didn't get very far in it. I'll put the picture in here. This is what it looks like. The bonefish pullover hoodie by Martin Storey. This is the back panel, and I finished the back panel part, and now I have to, wow, that coloring got really weird. Now I have to shape for the armhole. And I set this down. It's kind of been in a timeout because this is going to take a little bit of brain power for me. There's a lot of marking your rows and counting your rows coming up, so I just kind of set it aside until it's, you know, quiet and I can focus on it. I marked my rows so that I can follow or match up the front panel with the back panel, so I marked all my rows. But yeah, I just have to shape the armholes and finish off this before I start the front panel. This is using Berroco Vintage DK, and it's just black. This is my second skein. Like I said in the last episode, I have noticed that some portions of the skein, the strands, are thinner and thicker, so it was kind of wonky with my tension a little bit. But I've been purling the row because it's knit flat. I've been purling the rows backwards to help with that, and it's helped a lot. Like, there's not a whole lot of rowing out. I think Andrea Mowry says that, rowing out where there's like a ridge of, you know, unevenness. It's just been, the tension has been good. This is using vintage DK, which is 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and 8% nylon, which I am not sure about, but we're just gonna go with it. I already got the yarn and we're just gonna go. We're just gonna cruise along with it. Once I sit down and figure it out, I need to take this out to my dining room table and just lay it out and focus. Yeah, but this is, I just switched over to the new skein right here. So that one skein did almost the whole lower portion of the back panel. So these are also, oh no, they're not for, there's the US 5, blah, blah, I'm all, words are all over the place today. These are using my Knit Picks aluminum prism interchangeable set, US size 5, 3.75 millimeter. It's what it calls for in the pattern. I didn't technically gauge swatch for this pattern, but I did the ribbing and then I did a few rows and just kind of went with it right there. So I'm just gonna go with that. I don't know how, I've never knit one of his sweaters before, so I don't know how that's gonna turn out anyways. And I don't know how that acrylic is gonna block out. So it'll be a whole new thing for me there. But my last work in progress is the Pure Joy shawl by Locatelli. It's living in my Hohi bag. I am almost done with it. Almost. I'm on the last little bit of the contrast color, this portion. And I think I have, I don't know, I'm keeping track of my repeats with more stitch markers. This is for that wedge. This wedge, I think I need 33 rows or something like that. So I have a little bit more to go. And then I can just bind off and block it out. Will I wear it? I don't think so. But it's just because I don't wear shawls doesn't mean that I'm not gonna knit them. So, oh, it's backwards. I'm still gonna knit them. I think it's gonna block out really pretty. It's super soft and squishy. This is my hand-dyed yarn, and this other color is Loco Mahalo. I think it's Mahalo. It's very pretty. Pretty variegated color. And it went with this, so scrap yarn that I'm trying to use up. I do have another skein of this color that I didn't use. I'm not gonna use, so it's gonna go into the shop. It's a 80-20, 400 yard, I believe. But yeah, I'm gonna put it into the shop. I thought I might use a little bit of it, but I don't need to. And her pattern, I think she said most testers used more than 400 yards for the main color. I didn't have to, so yay me, I guess. I got away with one skein, and that's what I have left of the main. And I'm still gonna have quite a bit of this left over, and I think I'm gonna do socks with the leftover and just use this for like the toe. I don't know, maybe the heel, I don't know. But that is my plan for that. Following everything in the pattern, no modifications, nothing like that. Needle size recommended is size 6, 4.0 millimeters. And I am almost done. This is a super squishy shawl and very easy to knit. So I am late to the game on this pattern. I think everybody has already knit it. I have not. So like I said, I don't wear shawls, so I don't often knit them, but I do occasionally, maybe like 1-2 a year, if that. So those are my works in progress. Shop stuff, I have a little bit of yarn to show, not a whole lot. Like I said, I've been dyeing yarn, but I've been using the leftover dye just to not waste it. So I haven't gotten my fall colors out yet at all. So here I have, this is Twilight. This is DK weight on the Lily DK base. This is 245 yards. Super soft, super squishy. And this was really fun to dye. This is using leftovers that I had for colors that were already in the shop. So I just went ahead and gave these skeins a a nice bath in such pretty colors. And Brooklyn named it Twilight because if you know, you know. If you have little girls, you know. But this is Twilight. There is 2 available in the shop. They are listed now. Unicorn Burst is back. So this is in the shop now. On Brooklyn and Kaylin sock, which is 80/20 and 75/25. I'm not gonna offer DK and worsted weight at this time. I was going to, but really the ones that sell is the sock weight. So I have these in the shop. And then we have Unicorn Sprinkles is back. Let's see, these 2 are worsted weight and this is 80/20 fingering. So this is back in the shop, super fun. Using my leftovers again. I'm just try not to waste them, and I don't want like to have to throw it all out. So look at all them speckles. They're so pretty. So 2 on worsted and 1 on 80/20. So that is my shop stuff. Like I said, there's a coupon code for podcast viewers, ccmakes podcast. Purchases, I have not made any except for a bag. So this is Lila Styles or Leela Styles. I don't know how it's pronounced. She's on Instagram. She has an Etsy shop. I don't know if it's Etsy or if she has her own website. I can't remember. But hello, 80s. Look at that. Rainbow Bright, Inspector Gadget. I'm a little upset that her head is cut off, and I'm a little upset that his head is cut off. But what are you gonna do? It's fine. She was my favorite though, I'm just saying. And then it's got a fun psychedelic inside. And she puts these little gummy bears. It's like a Progress Keeper zipper. I'm gonna keep it as a zipper pull because I don't really use Progress Keepers often, so it's gonna live on here. This is the only purchase that I've made. Life stuff now. I was gonna go to the yarn store in Cannon Beach, but that didn't happen. I didn't make it down that way. It's about an hour away from me, so I didn't get to go there. Taryn came. We went shopping in Portland. We took all the kids to Portland and did a whole shopping spree for back to school and ended up with more toys than clothes, so it is what it is. School starts very soon, which I am dreading. I am dreading it. Justin will be home, so that will be wonderful. Justin is my husband. He has been gone since April. I think he left in April. I don't even count anymore. He's home twice a year, so but yeah, school starting. Justin's coming home. It's been busy. There's more family here now. And I think a couple of my cousins are coming this weekend. So yeah, it's been busy. It's been busy. I am ready for things to mellow out and everybody get into their own routines so I can be in my routine. Yeah, okay, I'm done rambling. I've rambled for long enough now. Go check out the shop if you're interested in yarn. Follow on social media. I've noticed new subscribers, like I said, so I thank you and I appreciate it. That makes me so happy because I don't have anybody to talk about yarn with, so this is my outlet for all my knitting show and tells and yarn stuff, so I appreciate it. So go check everything out. Everything will be linked below. Like, comment, subscribe. I try to catch the comment before it disappears. Sometimes the comments stick, sometimes I don't get to see them, so if I don't reply to your comment, that's why. It's been out into the interwebs, I don't know, outer space. Thank you to all the new subscribers, returning viewers. Thank you, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time.